Hello if you're new, welcome back if you're old. Today begins the arduous process of pulling out my engine and installing a new one. Yes, I'm in a closet, ignore that. A little bit of backstory. This video almost didn't happen, but I decided this year that every week or so I'm going to try to make a video. My dog died. My cat died. I got sick. My mom is finishing up her final dosage of cancer treatment. So, you're welcome, first of all. Second of all, I'm going to try to make it clear cut what I'm using, what tools I'm using, and how I'm pulling this engine out. It's going to be in parts. Stick along for the ride. You might learn something. Who knows? Back to the previously scheduled programming. Previously scheduled programming. We got there. Nowadays, YouTubers have a team or a crew that makes the whole process quick and seamless. Or they drop their twin turbo Lamborghinis off at a shop and it's magically repaired. I have no such luxuries. So we're pushing the car back in and making space in my garage so I can pull this engine out. We'll start by taking the wheels off and getting this thing on jack stand so we can get underneath the car to access axles, transmission, and lower motor mounts. For this portion you'll need a 13 by 16 millimeter socket and a wrench. I would suggest a torque wrench. If you don't have it, you can always use a pry bar. That's what I'm going to end up doing here. Now we'll be putting the car on jack stands. Make sure you align them properly so you don't have any accidents. We don't want a crushed individual. Safety first. With jack stands securely placed on both sides of the car, wheels removed, it's time to get to the nitty gritty.
And we try to be the best we can with the channel, the best, no one ever taught me to do these things, right? So I try to be as good as possible to you guys. Thank you so much, guys. I will get out this thing because right now it's killing me, although it's pretty good to walk around. Ta-da! But yeah, right now it's killing my foot. I'm gonna rest, I'm gonna edit, and I'm going to also, this has been, take care, love you all. Let me know in the comments about what you guys want to see that. Yeah, ciao, boys. And girls, I know girls watch this channel. Love you girls.
Marcus is a connoisseur of anything that's free. So he was happy to read the disclaimer on TurboTax Free Edition.
Roughly 37% of taxpayers qualify. Form 1040 and limited credits only. See how expensive?
You can do that yourself at freetaxusa.com.
I can't do my own taxes! That's ridiculous!
No! Hey, back here. It's really easy. Free. Look.
So you have all the boring stuff out of the way, you want to remove the battery to make sure that no electrical components of your car get damaged in the process of removing your engine. Once potential electrical components are removed, you want to remove your lower mount. You also want to remove the transmission. Some people pull the engine without doing that, but I suggest pulling the lower mount, then the transmission, then the engine. Once all your primary components have been removed or loosened, I would suggest draining the fluids. Actually, I wouldn't suggest, I would demand that you drain the fluids. This car has been sitting for 2 years, and the oil in this thing was basically peanut butter at this point, and you'll see it in a second. Lastly, before removing your transmission, you want to remove the axles. I ran into a little bit of a hiccup, we'll say, when my transmission seals decided to no longer seal things and flow themselves all onto my garage floor. My shortcomings aside, you'll still need to remove both axles by removing the hub from the strut and then pulling the axle out, which is what I'm showing here. Even after you've removed the bolts from the hub, it will most likely need some physical convincing to get the actual hub off of the strut. Well, once your hub has been physically convinced off of the strut, you can repeat the process on the other side and pull the axle out. To remove your transmission, you'll need to remove the driver's side mount and your lower mount. Once you have those two out, you take a 14 socket and remove the transmission. If you've already gotten your axles out, it's pretty straightforward from there. Alright, y'all, so that wraps it up for today, I think. We have motor mounts loosened or out. We have axles out. We have the battery and all the plugs pulled up top. I think part 2, part 3 will be getting the manifold and the engine mounts off. And then part 3 will probably be pulling the engine. Part 4, 5 will be dropping the new one back in, and hopefully you guys stick around for that. I really appreciate it. Just love documenting this, and hopefully you enjoy. My name's Jay. Thanks for watching. Stay cruising.